All right, so let's get started. I want to invite you to go ahead and find a seat. If holding your body up in this moment feels like it's just too much, then I invite you to lie down. Making sure that your body feels comfortable and as supported as it possibly can be right now. So wiggling around, moving the neck if you need to move the neck. So I just want to start by inviting us to let go of any sort of expectation that we have and maybe replace that expectation, if there is one, with openness, with receptivity, and with even the discomfort of not knowing, of the unknown. We're not quite sure about the journey. You're not quite sure about the journey you might be on today in this meditation, where it's going to take you, what it could bring up. But I just want to invite that place of practicing presence and embodiment as we embark on this meditation journey today. So inviting your awareness, inviting your consciousness to come into the present moment inside your body. So a lot of times when we feel rattled or our routine has been disrupted or our foundation has been shaken, it's really common for our awareness to reside somewhere other than the physical body, because there can be discomfort in that, in the unknown, and in the change, in the transition. So I do want to invite you to ground into the physical body. So we're going to start with the base of our spine. Remembering that in order to grow, in order to evolve, that we must establish a firm foundation within our inner being, within our own relationship to ourselves. So if you can, just affirming that sense of foundation underneath the base of the spine and two sit bones, feeling that sense of earth underneath you. Using your imagination, you can bring your awareness into any sort of earth that resonates with you. Perhaps that be a mountain or a grassy meadow. But just feeling that sense of gravity, holding your weight. So feeling the base of the spine, kind of surrendering into that gravitational pull. Perhaps you recite to yourself, either quietly or out loud, the statement or mantra, "I am safe," affirming that all of your needs are met in this moment. You have shelter over your head, most likely. Food to eat, water to drink. And that it's safe to inhabit the body. And as we remain in the base of our spine and in the awareness of the base of our spine to the earth, We also notice the relationship of our breath. So noticing the physical responses in the base of the spine first. So notice if the base of the spine is clenched, or perhaps the glutes are clenched. Maybe even the toes aren't quite all the way soft. So allowing for a softness through the base of the spine. As you soften, imagining what it would be like for the base of your spine, for your legs, for your feet to breathe. What would that look like? Would it look like an expansion of the cells of the body as you inhale? And then a gentle contraction as you exhale. Perhaps you feel your pelvic floor gently expanding down and out into the floor and into the earth with each in-breath. Drawing in and up gently as you exhale. And once again, just reestablishing the feeling of stability. What does it feel like to be stable? Even if that's not your reality in this moment, you can most likely use your imagination to recall the feeling or a moment in time where you felt stable and safe. Allowing the breath to mirror this safety. Allowing the breath to soften and the belly to soften now. Moving your awareness just up a few inches into the pelvis, into the lower back, into the hips. And remembering that it doesn't have to be one specific space or like a square inch of space of your physical body, but just bringing your awareness to the whole space in the hips and pelvis. Lower back, the space all the way inside of you, the space around you in this area. And can we unclench just a little more? Unclenching the lower belly. You might even notice the lower belly gently expanding down and out as you inhale. And a gentle drawing in as you exhale. And at any point, you will likely notice your mind wandering, whether that be a thought or a judgment, a story. All these things are normal. It's good to remind ourselves that that is just the function of our mind. That there's really no problem. It's not necessarily anything that we need to fix or fight. But just practicing over and over again to bring yourself back. Rein it in. And then root into the pelvis. If you could use the power of your imagination to visualize a golden liquid light that is moving through your whole pelvis, lower belly, lower back. It might be moving in a circular motion. Doesn't matter necessarily which direction it moves. but just allowing it to move freely. Softening into that movement. Moving your awareness now into the upper belly, even into the space where the rib cage meet one another. Noticing the space between the ribs, the mid-spine. I felt that I wanted to bring my palm to this area. So if at any point you'd like to bring your palm to an area of the body that we're focusing on, that can help to bring more attention into these spaces. So finding the upper belly as your solar plexus, right? Your solar as the sun, as a warm, fiery ball that rests at the center of this upper belly, radiating in all directions. And if you could imagine that this fire is becoming more and more potent, with more and more energy as you inhale, thinking that your breath feeds the fire. Feeling that this fire is burning away any physical, energetic, mental impurities in the entire body. Feeling it rise up and descend down into the pelvis and earth. And just trusting that the fire is a transformative fire. And we can just allow and trust that it will do its job to loosen and release anything that is ready to be loosened and released. Anything that is no longer helping us to be our highest self. Old patterns, old unconscious beliefs, even trauma in the body, fear, anxiety. Imagining that this fire is just gently burning away. And then just trusting that that energy will be transformed. Let's bring your awareness now into the heart. Again, if you'd like to bring a palm to heart, you're welcome to. Oftentimes we put up unnecessary, or maybe it was necessary at one point, but armor that we oftentimes put around our heart because of heartache or pain or grief or anxiety, fear, suffering, whatever it is that's really hard to feel. Those things often get locked away in our heart space. And they'll keep knocking at our door until we feel them. So allowing your armor to melt, allowing your breath to be the conduit that melts that armor, any tightness that you come across in the heart, any restriction, any resistance. Replacing softness, malleability, openness, comfort. And just reaffirming to yourself or with a mantra that you are safe to feel. It is safe to feel. It is safe to be wherever you are in your process. It's even okay to be numb. But whatever it is that you feel, moment to moment, in each moment of your life, just reaffirming that it's okay to feel that. And if you can, just starting to tune into the vibration of love, of the feeling that one gets when they have come to a place of maybe forgiveness, a place of openness, a place of being able to breathe deeply, a place of peace. Tuning into the place within you that surrounds and holds everything, every single thought, every single emotion, every single action. The place that holds these things, the place of peace, this place of spaciousness. The spaciousness that is big enough to hold anything. Let's bring your awareness into the throat center. If you'd like, you can allow the jawline to soften and the throat center to open as you soften your jaw. Feeling the breath caressing the back of the throat center. Feeling a coolness rise up the throat as you inhale, and maybe noticing a little warmer temperature as the breath descends down on exhale. Feeling a radiant, maybe a radiant blue light or a radiant flower just opening its petals in the center of your throat center. Feeling it go into the inner ear. With it, bringing the energies of truth and open communication, willingness to speak the truth, to hear and to deeply listen, not only to ourselves and our own inner voice, but to others, to listen to the subtleties. Feeling our throat connecting down into the heart so that we intend on speaking with kindness. Connecting the throat down into your power center, intending that we speak with strength and empowerment. Connecting our throat down into the pelvis, intending that we bring to life our creativity, our creative nature, our joy, our pleasure. Connecting it so that we're able to communicate more freely and clearly, maybe in the relationships that we have. Connecting the throat now down into the base of the spine. It is safe to speak. It is safe to speak your truth. It is safe to express. Keeping your awareness at the base of the spine, we will simultaneously now bring our awareness back up into the center of the brain, between the brows. Maybe you turn your eye gaze in and up to locate this spot, allowing the brows to soften from one another. And perhaps you start to feel a gentle pull upward from the crown of the head. You might even imagine like a lightning bolt penetrating from the forehead all the way through the brain and out of the back of the head. And with this lightning bolt bringing openness, bringing clarity of mind. opening your senses to this space to receive higher wisdom and knowledge, intuition, guidance. Bringing your awareness into the crown of the head and into the space above the crown of the head. Tuning into that pure consciousness that is the oneness of all beings, of all there is. Remembering that we are not separate, that we are connected. We are connected to one another, to our higher selves, to our Creator. We're connected to the earth. We are dependent on the earth. So allowing the crown of the head to descend down and allowing it to be earthed into your body. Earthing your own light, so to speak. So feeling the light descending down from the crown, moving through all layers of the brain, coating the insides of your throat and heart, belly, hips, base of the spine, all the way down the legs. Feeling it melting out of the base of the spine and bottoms of the feet, being absorbed by the earth, almost as if the earth were just hungry for it or thirsty. Bringing your awareness back into the heart. Finding the middle ground between earth and sky, right in the center of your own heart space. Grounding yourself here. In the present, in your breath, in your body. Open, soft. And free. In closing, we'll honor the space that connects us all as we bring our palms to heart. Namaste. Thank y'all for being here.